the cruelest torture in history. The man's clothes were cut open. Then, lotion was squeezed onto the man's arm. The lotion was then spread evenly on his arm. Afterwards, a set alarm clock was hung around the man's neck. An iron ring was put on his arm. The valve on the wall was opened. The man's arm was forcibly pushed out. The man immediately let out a heart-wrenching scream. A few seconds later, the man stopped screaming, because outside was an extremely cold place with a temperature below 100 degrees Celsius. 1 minute later, the man's arm was pulled back in. At this point, the arm was as crisp as a ceramic bowl. The iron hammer was ready. The guard raised the iron hammer. The man's arm was smashed to pieces. Cole saw everything but was helpless. The Ice Age had arrived. 99% of the world's population died, the remaining 2% of humans, all hiding on a train that never stops. This train had an independent ecosystem and social class differentiation. The rich enjoyed a life of extravagance in the first-class carriages, eating fresh food every day. The poor could only crowd in the dirty and chaotic tail carriages. Food was sent from the front carriages every day, not knowing what it was made of. The poor had been eating it for 17 years. There were also soldiers guarding the tail of the carriage. Hatefully, the children. Here were sometimes inexplicably taken away by the soldiers, brought to the front carriages. The man could no longer bear his child being taken away. He broke free from the soldiers and rushed forward. The child was still taken away. The man was also punished. Then a woman picked up the man's shoe and started giving a speech.
This is disorder. This is size 10 chaos. I belong to the front. You belong to the tail. Know your place. Keep your place.
People were all indignant, but powerless to resist. Finally, one day people got tired of life in the tail carriages, decided to launch an uprising. Cole secretly checked the soldiers' guns, found that there were no bullets in the guns. So Cole went straight to the soldiers to prevent them from locking the door. The crowd carried a 20-meter-long iron pipe and rushed towards the front carriages. Under the power of the crowd, the lower class finally broke out of the carriage, came to the train prison. They rescued an imprisoned Asian man and his daughter. These two became the key to their access to the first-class carriages. Miyamoto was a master locksmith. To break through the front carriages, they must have Miyamoto's help. His daughter Anna had extraordinary powers. She could sense the number of people behind each door.
Nobody there.
The door slowly opened. Sure enough, there was no one inside. With the help of these two, their success rate was higher. Soon they arrived at the fourth carriage. This was where food for the lower classes was made. Cole curiously climbed up the machine to check and was instantly disgusted. The food they had been eating for 17 years was all made from compressed cockroaches. Seeing the crowd still scrambling for this food, Cole